2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 16-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Ryan. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Ryan Izzo, the intended target. And it's third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On second and 11 now. Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. the shotgun. Ryan. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Stay loose. Stay loose.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from it, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll move the chains.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Patrick Queen.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch 36 tonight.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Calais Campbell.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Ryan. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
First down, Pittsburgh.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Brought down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Second and 7.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 83 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
36 to Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On second down now. It's Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch good for 8 and a first down.
Down. Ready. Ready. Mike 36. Mike 36.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Taken down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB. Come on.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
It's third down.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
36 to Mike. Don't get nervous. Mike 36.
On third down, Ryan. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded just inside the 30. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Ravens 27. Steelers nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
For Baltimore.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run, Cook, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marlin, no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
Intercepted.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
57. Ready? Shot. 57. Mike, 57. All day. All day. Ready? Ready, shot. Let's go. Get hot. Watch the backer. Watch the backer. 57's Mike. Mike, 57.
To throw again. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Dobbins. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And some space here. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens continue to pour it on.
But I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Single. Hey, watch 11. Watch tight end.
From the gun, Ryan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
Over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
47-yard line.
Hey, report. Hey, defense, let's go.
Play action. Now Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Now Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Taken down at the...
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
On second and 1, Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll try and run it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 6 yards away as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go.
Steelers, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Again, it's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. On 3rd down, Ryan. And yet again, Ryan is intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Play action. It's Jackson. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Sit up! 7, Mike 57. Finish up! I'm going to run you over.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Finish it up! Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Finish it up!
From the 24, Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Come on, let's go. Check 55, come on. Check 50. No. Hey, they're scared. Mike 55, Mike 55. You can't block me. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. What are you? Finish up. Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. from the gun. Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with a touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You're not ready. 58's the money. 58's the money. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They run it again with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Dalvin Cook.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
I'm coming for you.
On 2nd down, Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Mike 48. Mike 48. You don't want this.
Cook. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
On the carry.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Double time.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
We want it. Come to my world.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
At the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fourth down. Here's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to see what's said, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, Pakistan.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
2nd down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They go play action now. Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
And they will take a knee here.